Good evening and welcome to Tech Toast with Science Spread. This is your RJ Vidya. So today is the 25th episode of this show, that is Tech Toast with Science Spread. So you have been listening to this show since 25 weeks. Hope you enjoyed all the sessions, and this show mostly concentrates on science, math and also technology. As usual, this show can be heard every Monday from 7 to 8 pm and every Tuesday rebroadcast can be heard from 2 to 3 pm. So today too is a Monday and hope you all are doing great. This is the first day of the week, so you might be quite busy, but hope you are doing great. This is the first show in Radio Udan. So after listening this show, you can always request an archive if you want by visiting www.radioudan.com, or you can also give me your feedback. Your feedback is very valuable so that I can improve next time. For that also you need to visit www.radioudan.com. So your feedback is much valuable because I can improve next time. So since last two shows we were concentrating on technology and I was discussing about various facts, that is various technological facts, basically computer facts. Now today too in technology section we'll be continuing with the same. So next time we'll see something different, most probably, in case we are done with it today. So we'll be starting off with the first fact. The first fact for today is world's first computer was named Z1 and it was invented by Konrad Zuse in 1936. His next invention, Z2, was finished in 1939 and it was the first fully functioning electromechanical computer. So, the world's first computer, it was named Z1, actually Z1. It was the world's first ever computer and it was invented by Konrad Zuse in 1936. His next invention was Z2. It was finished in 1939 and was the first fully functioning electromechanical computer. So Z1 was first in the world, first among all computers. It was named Z1. Then came Z2. It was invented by Konrad Zuse. Hope you found this fact interesting. Next fact, you all have heard of Google. Google is one of the popular companies. We basically search everything through this search engine called Google. So when you log on, when you open www.google.com, you get various things like images, maps, videos, etc. So basically you have a search engine too where you search various items, whatever you want. And Google provides various services like Google Docs and other stuff. You can also see images, etc. So Google, we all know, mostly all internet users would have heard the term Google. So Google is a very popular company and worldwide used too. Now Google uses estimated 15 billion kilowatts of electricity every year, and this is more than most countries of the world. However, Google generates a lot of their own power with their solar panels. So Google uses so much electricity and most of it generates even through solar panels, by using solar panels. Let me repeat the fact again for you. Google uses an estimated 15 billion kilowatts of electricity per year, more than most countries. This is more than most of the countries. However, Google generates a lot of their own power with their solar panels. Next fact. US President Bill Clinton's inauguration in January 1997 was the first to be webcast. What is webcast? Webcast is nothing but making live internet videos available online. That means some program will be happening live, you can actually view the video online live. So in 1997 January was the first webcast ever uploaded. Let me repeat the fact again for you. US President Bill Clinton's inauguration in January 1997 was the first to be webcast. That means his inauguration could be viewed live for the first time on internet. Like any program will be happening live and its webcast can be available, that means can be watched online at the same time when the event is taking place. So this happened for the first time in January 1997 and it was Bill Clinton's inauguration. Next fact, Tim Berners-Lee coined the phrase WWW, that is World Wide Web, in 1990. So all these have started since 1990 itself, most of the advances in technology. So before that, in the entire world, technology wasn't so advanced and things were developing a bit slower. So let me repeat this fact again for you. Tim Berners-Lee coined the phrase World Wide Web in 1990. So World Wide Web is WWW, that's the thing that you use. Say you want to open a website, you just type in the address bar www.google.com. That means it is World Wide Web. WWW here stands for World Wide Web. So it is most frequently used and this was coined by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990. Next fact. The first two video games that were copyrighted in US were Asteroids and Lunar Lander in 1980. What is copyright? Copyright is you actually have a copyright on anything so that someone else shouldn't be able to reproduce your product. That means no one should be able to copy your product and make similar product with similar features. So for that reason you copyright it. Suppose you have sung a song, you copyright the song in order to protect it from others being able to use it. Like others shouldn't be able to put that song in someone else's drama or for some other purpose. That means people can sell it for money, right? So you will be under loss. Few copyright materials are available only for non-commercial use and for free use, but it shouldn't be commercialized. And most of the copyrighted materials are not available for commercial use because someone else would have developed it and you are not supposed to use the product without their permission. So let me repeat this fact again. The first two video games copyrighted in the US were Asteroids and Lunar Lander in 1980. So these were the first two video games. What is video game? That is like you play games and you can watch, like it is visual plus there will be some audio feedback, just like how you watch television, right? So like that video feedback will be there, and based on seeing some aspects, seeing some objects, you basically proceed in the game. Like it will be both visual and audio based as well. So most of the video games are developed for sighted users. The first two video games that were copyrighted were Asteroids and Lunar Lander in 1980. Next fact. 220 million tons of old computers and other technological hardware are trashed in United States each year. Then imagine how many people use technology, and so many tons of computers and other electronic materials like hard drives, etc. are trashed every year. That means are wasted every year. Let me repeat the fact again for you. 220 million tons of old computers and other technological hardware are trashed in United States every year. What is trash? That is just waste. Like you have a trash folder in email where you put in all the waste that you don't need. The same way, old materials, old computers and other technological hardware, 220 million tons of old computers and other technological hardware are trashed in US each year. That means all those are waste materials and are no more used. So people keep on using, keep on buying products and wasting it every year. Like many people have this tendency, each time Apple releases an iPhone, they just buy it, and the next year they have tendency to just throw it and waste it off. No one uses it. Like people who have excess money do that mostly. So in US, so many tons, 220 million tons of old technological and computer waste are being trashed every year. Next fact, alien robots used in famous Transformer movies series are so huge that if all robot parts are laid out end to end, it would stretch from one side of California to the other about 180 miles. Can you imagine? This fact is like something surprising. Let me repeat it for you so that you will understand it better. Alien robots used in famous Transformers movie series are so huge that if all robot parts are laid out end to end, it would stretch out from one side of California to the other about 180 miles. That means the robots used in these Transformer movie series are so big that if the robots were cut off and you would actually lay down the parts one by one, side by side, it would stretch from one end of California to the other. It's approximately 180 miles. That means so many things are being developed just for movies. And these robots are so huge that if all the pieces were chopped off and laid from one side to other, it would cover the entire California, from one side of California to the other. That is approximately 180 miles. Next fact, it's really interesting. Now, have you heard of computer virus? Computer virus is nothing but it is kind of a program which is used to destroy your computer or to rob or steal some information from your computer. I told you that 70% of the virus writers mostly work on a contract. That means they're just paid for writing these virus or developing these virus programs. Now, virus can infect your entire computer just like you have these normal virus, right? Like you have heard, if you get cold, that means people say you're infected by virus. The same way you have something called as computer virus, even it is the same way, but it infects your computer. That is, if you download a virus onto your computer, what happens is if you just click a file or click on some file that you don't know and you download it, what happens? Your computer will be infected. That is, next time some of the parts of your computer or some of the programs will not work fine, or sometimes even other circumstances may happen. For example, all the data from your computer, somehow your username and your IP address, everything can be stolen. That means the virus can take off the information from your personal data from your computer and can transfer it to the particular person or company which has developed the virus, and then it is basically malware. That's why you have antivirus software like Kaspersky, etc., in order to prevent such things from happening. Now, this is about computer viruses. It is impossible for your computer to be infected by a virus just from opening an email message. This means only if you download some programs that you don't know and install it, such adverse effects may happen. But it's never ever possible for your computer to be infected by virus just by actually opening your email. So whenever you use your email, don't worry, there's no chance of virus being entered into your computer if you just click on the email message or your email as such. So if you just open email, nothing is going to happen. Basically, I mean, virus is not going to come into your computer. Sometimes what happens is when you put your pen drive to one computer and you just take it to a public computer and put the same pen drive, there might be chance of virus entering in, because if you download content from unwanted sites, or if you download all the unwanted programs, what happens? There's a chance of virus coming in. So always when you actually give your pen drive, make sure that your pen drive is full so that there is no space for the virus to enter. Whenever you have a full hard disk or full pen drive without even 1 MB of free space, at that time what happens is there is no chance of virus entering in, because virus enters only when you give some gap in your computer, basically in your pen drive or hard disk, or even the same thing applies for computer. When there's no space, how will any additional thing come into your computer? So basically when you're giving your pen drive, make sure that it's full. I think in next session or something I'll tell you how to check whether the pen drive is full, and maybe to insert empty space, empty data into your pen drive so that it seems to be full and virus can never come in. Maybe we'll cover that next time. Next fact. Close to 60% of radiation that comes from mobile phone directly goes to user's head. That is, close to 60% of the mobile radiation that comes out of every phone goes straight to user's head. That means mobiles are capable of emitting various types of radiation. So you may get cancer or any other serious diseases if you keep your mobile below your pillow when you sleep, or if you keep it next to your head. So make sure you are always away from mobile phones, at least when you sleep, and make sure that you never put your phone for charging and speak. Because first of all, there are a lot of radiations that are emitted out of a mobile phone, and in case there are a lot of radiations, it's very dangerous because you may get cancer and other diseases. So make sure you'll never keep your phone below your pillow when you sleep, or under your pillow when you sleep. That means most of the radiation, 60% of the radiation emitted from a mobile phone directly goes into user's head. So be careful. Next fact, the original URL for Yahoo was http://acabono.stanford.edu. Let me repeat it for you. http://akebono, that is acabono.stanford.edu. That means now it is www.yahoo.co.in, right? So before it was acabono.stanford.edu. What is URL? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. That means what happens is, see, suppose you take a website called www.kannadaaudio.com. In this case, kannadaaudio.com is your URL. That means from any part of the world, if you want to log into the website, or if you want to visit the website, everyone, even people from USA should enter www.kannadaaudio.com, and even people from India should enter the same URL, that is www.kannadaaudio.com. That means that's why it's called as universal or uniform resource locator. That means from any part of the world, if you type also, it should be the same address. Now, this Yahoo was developed in Stanford, so it was the first URL for Yahoo was www.acabono.stanford.edu, and now it is changed to www.yahoo.co.in. So now they have their own URL. First it was in the name of Stanford. Next fact, the name of the search engine Alta Vista came into existence when the word Vista was misinterpreted as Alta Vista on a whiteboard. Alta Vista spelling ALTAVISTA. Actually what happened, this name came accidentally because instead of Vista they interpreted it as Alta Vista on a whiteboard. So Because of this misinterpretation, the name actually came into existence and eventually it became well known as Alta Vista. But it was just because of misinterpretation. They actually wanted to name it only Vista and not Alta Vista. Let me repeat. The name of the search engine Alta Vista came into existence when the word Vista was misinterpreted as Alta Vista on a whiteboard. So remember, this was accidental. That is, no one wanted to name it Alta Vista, but since it was misinterpreted on a whiteboard as Alta Vista, it became eventually known as Alta Vista. Next, the average person receives around 30 emails a day, 3 of these being spam. Now, what is spam? Spam is basically waste, that is all the ads and some unwanted emails that come. It all goes directly to your spam folder. Now, all these spam and all these are just waste. That is, when you create an account from some website, on some website, all the ads related, suppose you have a shopping, like you're shopping online and you create a website, if you create an account on a website, they will send you many unwanted ads, many unwanted emails which directly goes to your spam folder. So in this way, people who are really engaged every day, really engaged in internet and computer, the average person receives 30 emails a day, and out of 30 emails, 3 of them are spam. So it doesn't come to your inbox, it goes directly to your spam folder, and you can delete all the messages from the spam folder if you wish when you switch to standard view. Welcome to the world of invention, creativity and discovery. Here's an opportunity for all of us to explore the ocean of knowledge. This show is all about emerging trends in science and technology, math, quiz, facts and much more. So friends, get ready to listen Tech Toast with Science Spread with your RJ Vidya only on Radio Udan every Monday from 7 to 8 pm and rebroadcast every Tuesday from 2 to 3 pm.
प्रतिभा की पहचान,
प्रज्ञा की मुस्कान,
सबलांगों का साथी, ये है रेडियो उड़ान।
रेडियो उड़ान के प्रोग्राम्स की जानकारी के लिए, शोज में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए, किसी भी शो को फीडबैक देने के लिए, आर्काइव रिक्वेस्ट करने के लिए, आरजे बनने के लिए और अपने फेवरेट आरजेस की प्रोफाइल्स पढ़ने के लिए लॉग ऑन करें www.radioudan.com, स्काइप आईडी रेडियो उड़ान, ईमेल mail@radioudan.com। रेडियो उड़ान, a flight of life।
ये आवाज है हमारे मेंबर्स के द्वारा भेजे जाने वाले ईमेल कम्युनिकेशन की। ये आवाज है हमारे ग्रुप के द्वारा ऑर्गेनाइज की जाने वाली कन्वेंशन और वर्कशॉप में पार्टिसिपेट करने वाले लोगों की।
और इन सब का नाम है से एवरीथिंग।
Say Everything is a group of integration।
से एवरीथिंग यानी एक आवाज, विचार और अभिव्यक्ति की।
Say Everything means a group of free expression।
Say Everything is an international mailing list to learn and share, where the subscribers can discuss every topic of common interest via email exchange from around the world.
For more information and to subscribe our mailing list, please log on to www.sayeverything.org.
Say Everything, India's #1 international mailing list. Come and join us today.
रेडियो उड़ान सुन रहे सभी मित्रों को मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम मधु सिंघल है। मैं बेंगलोर में कार्यरत संस्था मित्र ज्योति, जो पिछले 25 वर्षों से दृष्टिहीनों एवं दूसरे विकलांग व्यक्तियों के लिए कार्यरत है, उसकी मैनेजिंग ट्रस्टी हूँ। इस संस्था की गतिविधियाँ इस प्रकार हैं। यहाँ पर दृष्टिहीनों के लिए ऑडियो में पुस्तकें रिकॉर्ड की जाती हैं। इसके साथ साथ ब्रेल में और स्कैन्ड पुस्तकें भी उनको दी जा रही हैं। कंप्यूटर प्रशिक्षण और रोजगार की सुविधाएं भी यहाँ प्रदान की जा रही हैं। दृष्टिहीन महिलाओं के लिए एक विशेष प्रकार का कोर्स चलाया जाता है, जिसमें उन्हें आत्मनिर्भर बनकर जीवन में आगे बढ़ने की क्षमता प्रदान की जा रही है। आप मित्र ज्योति से संपर्क कर सकते हैं। यहाँ का फोन नंबर है 08022587623 और 22587625। ईमेल एड्रेस है admin.office@mitrajyoti.org। वेबसाइट है www.mitrajyoti.org।
रेडियो उड़ान के माध्यम से शुभ समाचार।
अंकित कपूर, संदीप अरोड़ा, विनय खुराना का शानदार प्रयास
2 दिलों को मिलाने का।
तो आइए रजिस्टर कीजिए और पाइए मनचाहा हमसफर। ज्यादा जानकारी के लिए आप रजिस्टर करें
www.disablesari.com पर।
आप कॉल कर सकते हैं
950175100, and you can drop an email to info@disabledmatrimonial.com.
हाय हाय, मैं क्या करूं? मेरी बेटी को देखो, अच्छी खासी एक्सपर्ट है हर काम में, कंप्यूटर में भी अच्छी खासी जॉब भी करती है, लेकिन फिर भी जब भी लड़के वाले देखने आते हैं ना, रिजेक्ट करके चले जाते हैं।
पर क्यों?
क्योंकि ना उसको खाना नहीं बनाना आता। क्या करूं?
क्या करूं? ट्यूनिंग करो हर मंगलवार शाम 8 से 9 रेडियो उड़ान पर, जहां मैं आरजे चेतना आपको सिखाऊंगी प्रोग्राम किचन तड़का में जायकेदार डिशेस बनाना।
कहानी वेद पुराणों की, मनोरंजक कहानियाँ, जीवन को राह दिखलाने वाली कहानियाँ, धार्मिक, सांस्कृतिक, सामाजिक और राजनीतिक हर पक्ष को छूती हैं कहानियाँ। तो इन्हीं कहानियों को मैं सुनाने आ रही हूँ, यानी आरजे गीता सुमन, शो कथालोक में हर मंगलवार शाम 7 से 8 और हर बुधवार दोपहर 2 से 3। तो सुनना मत भूलिएगा, सिर्फ और सिर्फ रेडियो उड़ान पर।
दो अंधों की कथा सुनो, इस पर इनका ज्ञान सुनो। Hey friends, do you think that life is getting so stressful? Well, if it is so, why not make it quite inspirational, motivational and stress-free? So let us meet in a world of positivity in the show Inspirational Wings Season 2. Every Tuesday 9 to 10 p.m. and repeat every Wednesday 4 to 5 p.m. with RJ Divya Sharma only on Radio Udan, our flight of life. For more information, visit our website www.radioudan.com.
Next fact, 6 billions of hours are wasted online. That is, they're spent waiting for content to download. That means all over the world, if you take statistics, suppose you waste half an hour, someone else wastes half an hour, someone else wastes 15 minutes, someone wastes 6 minutes, someone wastes 2 minutes downloading. Like this, 6 million hours a day are wasted. Each day they are wasted just by trying to wait for download to happen, and you just waste your time thinking that download is going to happen. Let me repeat again. 6 billions of hours are wasted online each day. They're spent by waiting for content to download. That means you're just wasting 6 billion hours waiting. Don't ask me like how can there are only 24 hours a day, and how can 6 billion hours get wasted every day? It's not only you who is using the internet, so worldwide people are using. Suppose you waste 2 minutes from your house and your friend wastes 5 minutes. There it says it's 7 minutes. It's taken as 7 minutes. So like that, all people together will waste 6 billion hours each day waiting for some content to download. You download movies, you download videos, you download games, you download software, whatnot. You download so many things. You basically download podcasts or some TV serial or whatever you wish, you keep downloading. And for this download to happen, each day you wait at least for each person can wait for how many ever minutes, but worldwide, everyone taken together, everyone wastes at least 6 billion hours each day. So everyone are addicted to technology, so badly addicted that we just spend lots of time trying to download and upload, and also just waste a lot of time getting addicted to technology. It's not basically wasting time, but if you are waiting just by downloading a movie, it's certainly a waste of time. Instead, you can do other work simultaneously. The next fact: there are about 30 million dead people on Facebook. That means many people would have created Facebook and they would have died, right? In that way, if you go on counting, there are about 30 million dead people on Facebook. First of all, so many, almost everyone has a Facebook account. And if they would have created some Facebook account when they're alive, then they will die. So counting that way, approximately there are 30 million dead people. If there are 30 million dead people, then imagine how many people will be on Facebook. I told you, if all the accounts were taken into consideration, Facebook would be the third largest in terms of population, just after China and India, if Facebook was a country. That way there are so many people on Facebook, and there are approximately 30 million dead people also on Facebook. Next fact: Google's first tweet was in binary format. Binary format means 1, 0. Only using 1 and 0, they make something. Like they write using 11001 in computer language means something. Something else like means, suppose you write 1100, that has a different meaning in computer science. Suppose you write 11, that means it's 3. 11 is nothing but 3 in binary system. So computer interprets it as 3. So whatever you type in computer, it's processed in terms of ones and zeros, and then the computer is able to understand. Suppose you type a sentence and internally it's processed in the form of binary itself, which you will not be able to understand and only computer can understand. So the first tweet of Google was in binary format, and the tweet meant "I am lucky Google." It is added as a verb. This "I am feeling lucky" is added as a verb in Oxford English Dictionary in June 2006. So you have heard of "I am feeling lucky," right? This was the first tweet of Google, and it's added as a verb in Oxford English Dictionary since 2006. It was added in June 2006. So let me repeat the fact again for you. Google's first tweet was in binary format, and it means "I am feeling lucky Google." It is added as a verb in Oxford English Dictionary in 2006 June. Next fact: over 1.5 billion search requests per day are handled by Google, and it is done by using over 1 million computers. Can you believe this? Everyone wants to search in Google. Suppose you search for chocolate and I search for candies, and you search for something else. You search for some magazine, I search for Hindu newspaper, like this. There are so many search requests that are handled each day by Google. There are approximately 1.5 billion search requests that are handled by Google, and it's done using 1 million computers. That means there are so many people just working in order to handle your search request. And one computer cannot handle 1.5 billion search requests per day, right? So 1 million, approximately 1 million computers are used to handle all the requests of the world. And if you take to account how many search requests are handled, it is approximately 1.5 billion, and it's done using 1 million computers. That is, then imagine how many people are addicted to Google. Even though there are different search engines like Yahoo, etc., still many people use Google, and most of the people are employed just to handle the request and just to test their products, and for so many other reasons Google actually employs people, and this is one of the ways. Let me repeat it again for you. Over 1.5 billion search requests are handled by Google, and it is done by using over 1 million computers. Next fact. McDonald's has a Twitter account. McDonald's, you get so many dishes over there, like it's popular worldwide. And in India, there are so many popular dishes in McDonald's, like French fries, maybe burger, or veg and non-veg burgers, etc. Many people are even addicted to McDonald's. You just go eat in McDonald's, even though you know that it's not safe and it's not good for health. You still eat because you're just addicted to it. And McDonald's has a Twitter account, and 10 people are employed just to manage Twitter account of McDonald's. Now McDonald's has a Twitter account, and 10 people are just employed to manage their Twitter account. That means all the tweets, like new product has been introduced, etc. There are 10 people to handle it. There are 10 people who are employed just to handle that Twitter account. Now 40% of Twitter users actually don't tweet. That means they don't post anything. What they do is they read news, click links, and follow accounts. They just follow someone's account, like you follow some celebrities' account so that all the news items you can view. Now 40% of the Twitter users don't tweet anything. They read news or click links or follow someone's account. That means they simply read news that is available, or just click some links and view some information, or follow someone's account so that they can know details of the other person. So 40% of them don't tweet at all. Only 60% of them keep tweeting, and other 40 keep reading what the 60% has tweeted, and they read news or click on links and websites to read extra information or news. Next fact. Samsung manufactured Retina display for Apple iPad. Do you use slide to unlock feature? It has patent for it, and it has sued Samsung for infringing on its patent. That is, first thing you should remember that Samsung was the first one. Samsung was the company which manufactured Retina display for Apple iPad. If you use slide to unlock feature, Apple has patent for it, and it sued Samsung actually for infringing on its patent. That means slide to unlock feature was there first in iPad, and what is patent? It's like a copyright, and Apple has patent for it, and no one else was supposed to use. Since Samsung used it, Apple had infringed on it because it used its patent. And slide to unlock feature was used by Samsung as well, so Apple had infringed on it. And excluding this, you should also remember that Samsung was the company which manufactured Retina displays for Apple iPads, whatever you use. If you see the Retina display, it wasn't manufactured by Apple. iPads are manufactured by Apple, but only the Retina display is being manufactured by Samsung. Apple Inc., that is the Apple company, doesn't trust freshers. It keeps them on fake projects and puts them on rigorous testing for a certain period. In this way, it can evaluate their trustworthiness. That means when you enter Apple, it doesn't directly give you a job. It puts all the freshers on fake projects and puts you to rigorous testing period. That means you just have to test all their products a lot in order to gain some trust. If they have trust on you, only then they'll put you on their real projects. Let me repeat this fact for you again. Apple Inc. doesn't trust freshers. It keeps them on fake projects and puts through a rigorous testing period. In this way, it evaluates their trustworthiness. So as soon as you enter Apple company, you are not working on their actual projects. You are just being put on a rigorous testing period, and they will evaluate your trustworthiness based on the performance in testing. Next fact. Have you used Nokia 1100? Nokia 1100 was the best-selling electrical gadgets in the whole history, with approximately 250 million pieces sold. Even though Apple phones have come, Samsung phone has come, many smartphones have come, but Nokia 1100 was the best-selling electrical gadget so far used, that is so far sold. That is approximately 250 million pieces of the same product was sold. Until now in history, this was the record. That is, Nokia 1100 has made this record by being the most sold electrical product ever. Let me repeat. Have you used Nokia 1100? Nokia 1100 was the best-selling electrical gadget in history, with approximately 250 million pieces sold. Next fact. In Britain, over 1 lakh mobile phones are dropped down in the toilet every year. That means, this is quite funny, but this is a fact, just like a fun fact. In Britain, over 1 lakh mobile phones are dropped down in the toilet every year. That means Britain users, you can think they are not careful or whatever, for whatever reason, over 1 lakh mobile phones are being dropped in toilets every year in Britain. Then imagine, so many people don't even care for losing a mobile phone. If 1 lakh phones just in Britain are being dropped in toilets every year, then imagine how much people are addicted to phones, and they even don't value money, I guess, because they'll get a new phone. It's so obvious that if they're addicted to phone, if they lose one, they'll get other. So the fact is, in Britain, over 1 lakh mobile phones are being dropped in toilets each year. Next fact. 90% of the mobile phones in Japan are waterproof. This sounds odd, but you can charge your phone using urine, and scientists have developed it. That is, these are two separate facts you can take. That is, 90% of mobile phones in Japan are waterproof. This sounds odd, but you can charge your phone by using urine, and scientists have developed it. That is, why they have waterproof is because waterproof phone, because you can take it to the toilets as well, and even while you're having shower, if you hold your phone, nothing's going to happen. That means people are addicted to phones in such a way that even when they're bathing or doing other work, even if you put water, nothing should happen. So 90% of phones in Japan are waterproof, and in Japan itself there are phones which can be charged using your urine. That is recently developed by scientists, and this is quite odd, but still it's developed by scientists and they're still being used in Japan. That means only 10% of the phones in Japan are not waterproof, rest 90% are waterproof. Then you imagine how many people are just addicted to phones in Japan. Next, most of the people think that the name of Android's logo character is also Android, but it's not true. The actual name of Android mascot is Bugdroid. That means Android's logo, it's also not Android, it's just Bugdroid, but most of them get confused and they simply feel that it might be Android. Let me repeat this fact for you again. Most of the people think that the name of Android's logo character is also Android, but it's not true. The actual name of Android mascot is Bugdroid. Next fact. Here in this fact I want to remind you what is logo. It's just like, some symbol type or some caption type so that the company will be identified. So next fact. Next in the last fact for today. This fact is quite hard to believe, but it's true. There is an Android running device in space. Can you believe? NASA equipped floating space robots with Nexus handsets. These devices run on Android Gingerbread and these are running on space. That means there are few Android devices that run on space and it's tough to believe, and they're used in robots. That is, NASA equipped floating space robots with Nexus handsets and these Nexus handsets run on Android Gingerbread. That is, Gingerbread is the old version of Android, maybe it's Android 2.3, but it's tough to believe that Android is used even in space. That means there are robots which control activities on space, right? So like that, NASA has actually equipped floating space robots with these handsets, that is Nexus handsets, and these devices run on Android Gingerbread, and in robots in space NASA has used Android Gingerbread to control various information and to give information from space. So you should remember there is Android running device in space too. So we have come to the end of the show, but I just want to ask you again the math puzzle in the math section for today, because I had some technical difficulties in accessing my mail ID that I gave you. You can resend your answers if you have already sent in the last show. Sorry for the inconvenience. I had some technical issues regarding the mail ID that I gave you. This time you can always send in your mail to vidya.y93@gmail.com. That is vidya.y93@gmail.com. I repeat, vidya.y93@gmail.com. So let me ask you the puzzle once again. That is, there is a tree, there are certain leaves and certain birds on a tree. If two birds sit together on a leaf, that means a pair of birds sit together on a leaf, one leaf will be empty, that is, one leaf is extra. But if each bird separately sits on separate leaf on a tree, there will not be place for one bird to sit. You need to tell me how many leaves and how many birds are there. Repeating it again. There is a tree, there are certain birds and certain leaves on a tree. If two birds sit together on a leaf, that is, pair of birds sit together on a leaf, one leaf will be extra, or you can say one leaf will be remaining. But if single bird sits on single leaf, that is, separate bird sits on separate leaf, there will not be place for one bird to sit. You need to tell me how many leaves and how many birds are there on a tree. One last time I am repeating the puzzle for you in case you haven't got. There is a tree, there are certain leaves and certain birds on a tree. If two birds sit together on a leaf, that is, a pair of birds sit together on a leaf, there will be one leaf extra or empty. But if separately the birds sit, that is, one bird sits on one leaf like that, if separate birds sit on separate leaves, there will not be place for one bird to sit. Tell me how many leaves and how many birds are there. This is one clue I am giving you. You can try with consecutive numbers. Maybe 10 and 11 or 12 and 13 or 14 and 15 or 20 and 20 and 21 like that. The answer is in consecutive numbers. Keep trying from 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 like that. You will get the answer. So the answer is, one clue is their consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers means one number next to the other. If there are 10 birds, maybe there are 11 leaves, or 11 birds and 10 leaves, like that, consecutive numbers. Keep trying. Try from 0, you will easily get it. So in case you have got the answer, please mail it to vidhya.y93@gmail.com. Repeating again, vidhya.y93@gmail.com. That's vidya.y93@gmail.com. In case you have tried, I will also tell your name, or in case the answer is right, also I'll tell your name the next time in the next show. So this was your show for today. Hope you enjoyed technology section. Next time we'll be concentrating on something different. Maybe we'll be concentrating on math and science too. So since we don't have any more time, it's time to sign off. And you all know by now that this was your show, Tech Toast with Science Friend, and I was your RJ Vidya. Since we've come to the end of the show, keep rocking, keep having fun, keep listening Radio Udan, take care of your health. Meet you next week at the same time but different information with the same show, Tech Toast with Science Friend. Till then, take care. तो कितने